Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I wanted to share with you guys benefits of waiting to have sex before marriage. In today's world, waiting to have sex is often seen as old-fashioned or just very difficult to do, and I admit it is very difficult to do. But as Christians, it's one of the ways in which we honor God with our relationship. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys powerful benefits of waiting and the incredible benefits of saving yourself for marriage. Hi guys, my name is Lois Raymond, and on this channel I'm all about helping and serving you navigate and blossom through life as a godly wife, woman and mother. If you're new to my channel, hi, I would kindly appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel so that whenever I post a video, you will always be notified of it. Remember, if you like this video, remember to share it with those that are in your influence and those that you have access to. And if you know that it's going to help someone, it's going to help a couple, please feel free to share it, like, comment down below, and just join the community. So guys, this video is not only for those that are virgins. Even though you may have had a sexual history, but now you are making the commitment to really be celibate and honor God and honor your relationship by abstaining from sex. For me personally, I was not keeping myself for my husband. I kept myself for God. I wanted to honor God with my body, walking in obedience to His word. But also I believe that purity goes beyond just abstaining from sex. I believe purity, God looks at the heart as well. And it makes no sense that you are abstaining from sex, but your heart is far from God. So, with that disclaimer being said, let's talk about the benefits. Your relationship will be built on a firm foundation. You will be building the foundation of your relationship on trust and an emotional connection. So recently I did a video on 2 major lessons that I learned in premarital couples counseling. In that video, I spoke on the different levels that a relationship goes through, and the ultimate level being intimacy, oneness. It's where you and the person becomes one through intimacy. God's purpose and intent is that we become one under the covenant of marriage. Sex is so powerful that even if you get married to someone and you did not have sex, you did not consummate your marriage, within a period of time, by law, you can annul the agreement or the contract or the covenant that you made, and you would not have been considered married because you did not have sex with the person. That's how powerful sex is. And you would see in the Bible that the Bible will always say, and they became one, and Adam knew Eve, because it's a covenant. Sex is more of a spiritual ritual than a physical act. So when you get the order wrong, where the last stage of your relationship through marriage should be intimacy and oneness, and the first stage ought to be built on friendship and an emotional connection, when you get the order wrong, the foundation of your relationship becomes weak and compromised. When you focus on building an emotional and spiritual connection first, without sex clouding your judgment, you are now able to focus on building character, values, true compatibility, learning to communicate deeply, and increasing the depth of your friendship. You are able to discern the depth of a person's love and commitment to you. The Bible clearly breaks down what love looks like, and one of the attributes of love is patience. I always used to say this when I was younger. If a man love me, his words will match his actions. And if he really love me, he will wait. When someone is willing to wait for me, it tells me that you honor the God I serve, you honor my standards and my values, and you respect my body. It's the ultimate test of your commitment to someone. You put their true character and motives to the test. So there are people that are great actors, even in the church. Even in the church, you will find young men, young women pressuring each other to have sex. It's okay. We can have sex. We will repent after. God understands. You know I love you, and because I love you, you have to give this up for me. But I really do appreciate my husband because even though he was not a virgin when he met me, when he had an encounter with God, and when he submitted his life to God, he as well wanted to honor me by not defiling me. And I remember there were times where he would come home by me and I will have on a pants, I will put on certain attires. And because he did not want to tempt, he didn't want it to be tempted, he would be like, Lois, don't ever put on that pants. Don't ever wear this because it turns me on. I am human and it turns me on. And I really love that. And I appreciated that. It showed me how serious he was and how he respected me as a person. And I'm here to encourage you, even if you do fall, all right? When you fall into the snares and into the sin of sex, do you feel guilty after? Do you feel repentant? Do you feel sorry to the Lord for what you have done? And a lot of the times, the enemy likes to bring us into condemnation. And if we find ourselves falling into sin, we tend to feel as though, you know what, let's just give up on this. We can never keep ourselves. But it is a trap from the enemy. Where if you fall, you did not intend to do it, but you did fall and you did have sex, get back up, start where you are and continue your purity journey. Put boundaries in place and keep on going. When sex is in the mix, there's this fear of being used, of feeling objectified. When you abstain, you enter into marriage with the full confidence, knowing that this person truly loved me. You have stood the test of times. Our love was put to the test, but we passed by God's mercy and grace. So now you can say as a bride, here I am. You can have all of me. As a groom, here I am. You can have all of me. And you can feel so proud and fulfilled in yourself, knowing that we kept ourselves for each other. Your character was put to the test, but we are here by God's grace and by His mercy. It removes the risk of comparison. As I said before, I was a virgin when I got married, but my husband was not. But when we started dating, we made a commitment to stay pure or to abstain from sex until marriage. So I want to talk to both sides of the fence. For me, as a virgin, it was a benefit because I had nothing to compare my husband with. I didn't have to measure up my husband to experiences from the past. Who was better or more freaky? Who genitalia was bigger and smaller? Or who was more pleasurable? I was a blank slate. So now intimacy became a journey of learning and exploration with no pressure from the past. And we know, as the saying goes, comparison is the thief of joy. But also from a non-virgin perspective, my husband, his relationships in the past, it was built on sex. It was part of being in a relationship. And sex was more for personal gratification and to please self. Whereas, because we kept ourselves for marriage and he truly loved me, now being married is not for personal gratification, but his motive and his perspective changed to now, I want to please you and I want to make sure that my wife is satisfied first. It's where he started to put me first before himself. Also, in his past relationships, he would always say, Lois, I used to have sex, but now with you, it's not just sex. It's I'm making love to my wife. So there was a shift in his perspective and in his heart. You cannot compare love to lust. And because our foundation now was built on love, it surpasses whatever experience he had in the past, because that was based on lust and sexual gratification, whereas now it's built on intimacy and love. Your marriage becomes a testimony. Not only do you honor your future spouse by giving him the gift of purity, your relationship stands as a living proof that following God's design can lead to blessings, fulfillment, and a strong foundation. That purity is not about restriction, but protection and blessings. So waiting until marriage is not just about following the rules. It's about protecting your heart, building real trust, and preparing for a love that will last God's way, by God's design, by His intent. And God's way is always worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.